Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin here after the daily candle close. We are heading into Sunday. Typically we start to see some volatility late on Sunday. It was the same story last Sunday. Today, well, here in the UK it's already Sunday. Today we've got our member live stream, so anybody who's interested in joining that, channel members, you can find the links where you normally find it. And anybody who's not a channel member who would like to try it, feel free to join the channel membership. You will be able to access the live stream here on Sunday at 5 o'clock UTC, 5 p.m. UTC. It's going to be interesting. We are going to talk about metaverse coins. A few weeks ago we talked about AI coins. I think that was a great topic at the time. Now, today we want to refresh our views on metaverse coins. So I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to do a deep dive into Mana, Sand, other metaverse coins. Some people wanted a review of Illuvium. You know, there will be a few coins we look at, plus some fundamentals as well, and some projects we're going to take a look at. So it's going to be interesting. And but now it's Bitcoin time. Already talked about it, that it's very much possible that we're going to follow here a deeper path here, maybe in a C wave of Y of 2. This is only the short-term price action view, and the view is still unchanged from the previous video. If you're interested, check out my previous video today. Usually once per day I make a little bit of a longer video and explain the larger, the higher degree price action and so on. If you're getting a bit confused, but here this is still the view that this is a 1-2 setup. We're in an ascending channel. This could now work out as an ending diagonal. But it could also still become impulsive at the moment, as long as we're holding this green support area and as long as we're holding the channel support, we can still focus on higher very clearly. And my preference would also be that we still get a bit of an extension here to the upside, because this move up was quite short. It was a bit too short to, not too short to be a wave 5, but it was shorter than ideal. Yeah, and we can always only look at it, from an ideal wave pattern point of view. So yeah, I would still focus on higher, even though, as you know, we are running out of steam. This is now a price action range where, according to several indicators, the chart is running out of steam. Just to give you an indication, obviously we see on the daily chart, for example, bearish momentum increasing on the MACD. We can see a bearish crossover on the relative strength index plus a bearish divergence. And earlier today I showed you the money flow index, which indicates that less volume, less money is flowing in here into Bitcoin. And these are all signals that we're getting towards the end of a rally here. It doesn't mean we have to come down straight away, but it means that the next push to the upside could be the last one, and that we're getting here towards the end of something. It's going to be very interesting. And also here, you get this sort of sideways action, and that often is happening psychologically when we are in a wave 4 towards the end of a rally. And the wave 4 could be over. Maybe we are still in the wave 4. I think this wave 4 in green is over, as explained in previous videos over the last few days. Psychologically, there are people who see the rally is going on. There are people who missed to buy the dips, who missed to buy in this bear market. And this is a shame, because we were at great prices. And I've constantly shared my view that this is an accumulation area. I posted on Telegram and Discord to channel members when I was dollar cost averaging, especially on the 9th of November. Yeah, I took not huge position, but took a sizable position there. I mentioned that on Telegram on the day. That was around, 16.5K or something. And in the end, I can only share the content. You need to consume it, right? If anybody missed that, it is what it is, right? And also, I encourage people to be independent thinkers. I don't find it's a good idea if you just blindly copy anyone. Yeah. So if anybody, any influencer, any analyst or whatever says to you, "I'm buying," it doesn't mean you have to buy. Yeah. Come up with your own plan, because everybody's individual. Everybody is in his or her own situation. everybody's got a different budget. You know, if anybody, whatever, earns a good, you know, six figures income in a good corporate job, I mean, you have the possibility sometimes to ape into something and take more risk than someone who might only, you know, have $500 or $1,000 to invest or so. You know, these people can't take that much risk. So there's just the difference in just the risk taking ability, just simply, you know. And then, for example, if just to give you an example, a lot of people are interested in what I do, and, you know, I understand that, but if I, for example, bought here on the 9th of November, you know, that was a sizable position, and then afterwards I took small positions here and there, because I bought quite a lot at this, you know, relatively attractive price, and I realized some profits now. So it pays off to be sometimes patient, right? But if, for example, someone missed that, yeah, and then you always try, you know, you try to copy someone, but I mentioned it also on the way up that if someone doesn't have any position, I mean, by all means, get a position, right? See, your own trading decisions can only depend on what you did before. If someone, for example, if I have, for example, just assuming I have a huge Bitcoin position, yeah, just an assumption, yeah, and so I don't have the need to buy that much more, right? Just an example. So I can wait until we reach a high, and then I can take profits. Whereas someone who doesn't have any position might still want to buy at whatever 22K. So that's, you know, where you know, you have to understand everybody's in an individual decision, and everybody's got their own risk appetite and so on. So become independent thinkers and so on. That is very, very important. But what I want to outline here is that you get people who get FOMO in here. Yeah, typically the wave 3 is the FOMO wave, but then we get sideways action, consolidation. For some people get impatient. Yeah, some people buy more because they get impatient and they want to get a position. They can't wait, no patience, and so on. But there are also people taking profits, and that's where you get this kind of long sideways action with a small tendency, maybe even here to the upside. And yeah, I'm now watching if this support level is holding, and if it does, then we could still get this extension in the wave 5 of 3. And if it fails, we'll probably come down into this wave 4 support area where I will buy again, probably this time without a stop loss, because obviously I bought down here, I took profits higher, so I have no problem to start to scale in a little bit lower. And if we fall through, I will buy again in wave 2. So there are two possibilities. Either we are in a wave 4 when we come down, or it might be a wave 2, which allows for a deeper pullback. And if the wave 2 holds, then we probably have the bear market low already in. Yeah, we had it in already in November. So you see, you don't miss anything. Let's say if you didn't have any position, you missed buying or whatever, then you can still buy into the wave 2 support, for example, which should come down deeper, maybe into the 18 to 19K area again, before it should take off in a rally then to maybe 30K and more. And yeah, obviously the possibility still exists that we make that low. You know, I had a comment in the previous video that apparently I'm not talking about the bearish case anymore. No, I do. I did actually earlier today, exactly in that video. So obviously the wave 4 could fail, the wave 2 could fail, and that's why I've been preaching to you that there is no evidence that the bear market low is already in at this stage. We need the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 complete and ABC down. Only then we can say it. Yeah. So while the bear market low could be in, there is nothing in the price action that currently confirms it. So it is very likely still that this is an ABC in a wave 4 and we come down in a wave 5. So that's the situation. You know, I don't want to announce the bear market low is over, or the bear market is over, until we have evidence, because it's too early for that. It is. Okay, and what does the lower level price action do here? So we are still obviously in this support area. This micro support area goes down to 22,900, and we can see now selling pressure, and my preference would still be that it goes higher, because it would be the generally more likely count. But as you know, likelihood doesn't necessarily mean it has to work out. There are no certainties. We can only be strategic in this market. And exactly because of that sort of selling pressure, which can emerge now and come up at any time now. And if we break the support level, then that's exactly the reason why I took some profits in the last few days, because this can break easily now to the downside. But it's too early. Again, at the moment, I would expect this to hold. And this is obviously a long trade setup, a 1-2 setup. But if it fails, then I'm watching, do we hold a wave 4 support, which would be the next trade setup to trade a wave 5 to the upside. Okay, so to be very clear, the uptrend, in my opinion, is not over. We still have the possibility to hold wave 4 support. First of all, micro support all the way down to that 22.9K. Then here, wave 4 support down to 20K. And if we can see that wave 4 is going to break, then I will give you a key support for the wave 2. And that's sort of the last resort then for the bulls to turn this around and to end the bear market here, to give us at least a strong indication, because there is nothing that would make it very certain. There is no proof, there is no evidence that would 100% tell us the bear market is over. It just doesn't exist. Markets can do anything, and all we can do is control our entries, control our exit, control our risk, and be strategic about it. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you liked the update about Bitcoin. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.